One AMD EPYC 7543 with 32 cores was faster than two Intel Cascade Lake Xeon with 56 cores. Another third-gen AMD EPYC Milan processor has been leaked, and EPYC 7543 benchmarks with 32 cores on Zen 3 architecture are now available. The third-gen EPYC Milan server processor line is expected to launch this quarter, and will replace the second-generation EPYC Rome line, which used the Zen 2 architecture. The AMD EPYC 7543 processor was spotted by Twitter user @Leakbench in Geekbench 4 database. The chip is based on Zen 3 architecture and consists of 32 cores and 64 threads. The test system ran in a single processor configuration. In terms of clock speeds, the chip has a nominal 2.8 GHz base frequency and bumps it up to 3.7 GHz, which is a pretty decent clock speed for a processor. Based on the frequencies, it can be assumed that the chip will have a TDP of around 200 watts. The CPU also has 256 MB of L3 cache and 16 MB of L2 cache. In terms of performance, the processor scored 6,065 points in single-core and 111,379 points in multi-core tests. In comparison, the dual-chip Intel Xeon Platinum 8276 server with 56 cores and 112 stream processors scored only 4,913 points in the single-core and 112,457 points in the multi-core test. The Intel test platform also came with 192 GB of system memory, while the third-generation AMD EPYC Milan system featured 384 GB of system memory. Therefore, for a better comparison, it is better to use the result for a dual Xeon Platinum 8280 server with 56 cores and 112 threads, which also had 384 GB of system memory. This system scored 5,048 points in the single-core test and 117,171 points in the multi-core test. Regardless of the availability of more cores and threads, a single AMD EPYC Milan processor was enough to score a higher single-core score, not inferior to Intel's top Cascade Lake chips. It should also be noted that this benchmark makes full use of the AVX 512 instruction set found in Intel processors, which gives them an advantage in the evaluation, although there are not many real workloads that use AVX 512 instructions. Thus, AMD EPYC Milan processors will have a significantly higher overall performance advantage, not to mention a better performance per watt ratio, resulting in a lower TCO for servers powered by EPYC Milan processors. Intel appears to be short on processor cores as AMD now offers two full generations of server processors with up to 64 cores. This looks grim for Intel's Ice Lake SP server chip lineup, but Intel seems to be placing its bets on AVX workloads 512 because this is their only advantage over AMD EPYC processors.